Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss Mathematics 2A, chapter number 9, Probability. Right. In that, question number 1, state and prove multiplication theorem on probability. That is our question. So before going to start that question, we need one definition, that is conditional probability. We need one definition, that is what? Conditional probability. So here I am writing the definition first. Here I am writing definition conditional probability. This definition we are writing now, right? So here conditional probability in the sense, let A and B be two events. A and B be two events of a sample space with P of A not equals to 0, then the probability of B after the event A has occurred is called the conditional probability of B given A and it is denoted by P of B divides A, right? And is defined by like this: P of B divides A is equal to P of B intersection A by P of A, where P of A is not equals to 0. This is the definition of conditional probability. What is the conditional probability? Again, we are going to definition once. Let A and B are two events of a sample space with P of A not equal to 0. Then the probability of B after the event A has occurred is called the conditional probability of B given A, and it is denoted by P of B divides A, and P of B divides A is defined by like this: P of B intersection A by P of A, and here P of A value is not equals to 0. This is the definition of conditional probability. Now we need to go for multiplication theorem, right? Here I am writing the statement of multiplication theorem. So here I am writing multiplication theorem. theorem statement now I am writing. So here in this multiplication theorem, which states that, here I am writing statement. Statement here I am writing. Let A and B be two events. Let A and B be two events. Let A and B be two events of a random experiment. Of a random experiment with P of A greater than 0, with P of A greater than 0 and P of B is greater than 0, P of B greater than 0, then the condition is like this: P of A intersection B is equals to P of A into P of B divides A. P of A into P of B divides A, and that is equals to P of B into P of A divides B. So this is the statement for multiplication theorem. So here we are going to prove, right? So we are going to take proof now. So in this condition, I am writing that values. Let A and B be two events, of a random experiment with P of A greater than 0 and P of B is also greater than 0. Here P of A greater than 0 and P of B is also greater than 0 from the definition of conditional probability conditional probability definition of conditional probability, we can write, here I am writing P of B divides A is equal to P of B intersection A by P of A. So that goes to P of A into P of B divides A is equal to P of B intersection A. Okay, this one we can take it as condition number 1. And similarly, P of A divides B is equal to P of A intersection B by P of B. Here also we can cross multiply the denominator to the left side. In that condition, P of B into P of A divides B is equal to P of A intersection B. This is what condition number 2. Here, by clubbing 1 and 2, we know that A intersection B is equals to B intersection A, right? By equations 1 and 2, we can conclude that P of A intersection B is equal to P of A into P of B divides A is equal to P of B into P of A divides B. So hence the theorem is proved. A multiplication theorem on probability is proved. This complete theorem depends upon the conditional probability definition only. So here let A and B are two events of a sample space. P of A not equal to 0. Then the probability of B after the event A has occurred is called the conditional probability of B given A, right? And it is denoted by P of B divides A. And P of B divides A can be written as P of B intersection A by P of A, where P of A is not equal to 0. Similarly, P of A is not equal to 0. And similarly, we can take P of A divides B, that is nothing but P of A intersection B by P of B. In that condition, P of B value not equals to 0. This is the most important theorem in probability, right? Now go for the next one. Right. So here the question is state and prove addition theorem on probability. State and prove addition theorem on probability he is asking to prove. So here first I am writing statement. Statement here I am writing let A and B let A and B be any two events of a random experiment and P is a probability function and P is a probability function P is a probability function, then condition is P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. This is the statement. What is the statement? Let A and B are any two events of a random experiment and P is a probability function. Then the condition is P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So in this condition, we have two cases arise here. Here we have two cases. First case 1 or condition number 1. So here first condition number 1. In this condition, we can take A and B are two independent events. In the sense, in this figure, there is no common part in between A and B. So here I am taking A intersection B is equal to empty. So if you operate a probability, P of A intersection B is equal to 0. P of A intersection B is equals to 0. So if you take union, right, P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B. That's it. And if you write it as here minus 0, nothing will happen. Instead of 0, I can write P of A intersection B. So here P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. This is the condition when two sets or two events are independent. Two events are independent, right? So next case 2. So this is here case 2. Here case 2 in the sense A intersection B is non-empty. Here the portion will be there. Box area is there in this. So here I am taking A intersection B is non-empty. A intersection B is non-empty. So here I can take A union B. From the figure I am taking A union B can be written as A union B minus A. B minus A in the sense only B part here I am taking. B part in the sense only the vertical lines, not this shaded region, right? This part I am not taking, right? Only this part is goes to B minus A. And here we can observe from the figure A intersection of B minus A is empty. A intersection of B minus A is empty. So here I am applying that probability function here also. P of A union B here, this can be written as P of A union B minus A. So here this is equal to P of A plus P of B minus A minus P of A intersection B minus A. So here A intersection B minus A value is empty. If you operate P, probability in the sense P of A intersection B minus A will goes to 0. In the sense this value will become 0. So this is equals to P of A plus P of B minus A. Here we have one of the important result. That result is what in the sense P of B minus A can be written as P of B minus P of A intersection B. This is one of the important result, right? So here I can replace P of B minus A value in above. So that can be written as P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus A. So this is the above result I am writing as it is. So instead of that P of B minus A, I can replace that value. So here P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Therefore, we can conclude that P of A union B can be written as P of A, right, plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. This is the one of the important result in this probability, and this theorem is also most important theorem. So here I am taking, let S be the sample space. Let S be the sample space of an experiment tossing a fair coin, tossing a fair coin 200 times. fair coin in 200 times. So here this can be written as n of s, that is equals to 2 to the power 200. Why I am writing 2 to the power 200? In the sense, a coin has two faces, so 2, and that coin we are tossing in 200 times, so that one goes to the power of that function, right? So 2 to the power 200, right? Next, in the question he is asking odd number of times head, right? So here let E be the event of getting, let E be the event of getting a head an odd number of times as n of E is equal to 200C1 plus next odd number is 200C3, next odd number is 200C5 up to so on. Last odd number is what? 200C199. In our binomial theorem, we have the formula sum of odd numbers, that is nothing but NC1 plus NC3 plus NC5, right? So plus up to so on is equal to 2 to the power n minus 1. That is the formula. So here n value is there in 200. N is there in 200. So that value goes to 2 to the power 200 minus 1. So that is equal to 2 to the power 199. 2 to the power 199. So here probability of event is equal to n of E by n of S. Probability of an event is nothing but n of E by n of S. That is equal to 2 to the power 199 by 2 to the power 200. So this is equal to 2 to the power 199 by 2 to the power 199 into 1 by 2. So this will be get cancelled out. Answer is 1 by 2. Right? Out of their sum is odd. So here solution is first we need to draw two integers out of 30 consecutive integers. So I am writing drawing two integers from 30 consecutive integers So here that one I am taking it as n of s. That one here I am taking it as n of s, that is equal to 30C2 ways. So 30C2 can be written as in formula 30 factorial by 30 minus 2, 28 factorial into 2 factorial. This is equal to 30 into 29 into 28 factorial by 28 factorial into 2 into 1. Here I can cancel 28 factorial, and 2 ones are 2 15s are also will get cancelled out. So leftover value is 15 into 29. That is what? N of S. 15 into 29 is what? N of S. Next here we need to take, let E be the event of sum of the sum of the two integers, sum of the two integers is odd. Sum of the two integers is odd. So here sum of two integers odd in the sense total here we have 30 consecutive integers. 30 consecutive integers, in that 15 are even and 15 are odd, right? So here I am taking n of e is equal to sum of even numbers is even and sum of odd numbers is also even. Sum of even and odd goes to odd only. So here I am taking that like 15c1 into 15c1. So this is nothing but 15c1 is nothing but 15 only. Again 15c1 is 15. So this is equals to 15 into 15 is 225. Therefore probability of an event is equals to n of e by n of s, right? So this is equal to 225 by 15 into 29. So this is equals to 15 ones are 15, 15s are cancel out. So 15 by 29 is our answer, right? So here we need to remember one thing, sum of even numbers. Sum of even numbers is what? Even only, right? Next to sum of odd numbers. Sum of odd numbers, that is also even. If you need to get odd in the sense, to get odd even number, we need to take even plus odd number is equal to odd number. Based on that condition, here we applied. Okay, now. So here 15c1 and 15c1. 15 even numbers are even and 15 numbers are in odd. I am taking from one from even number and one from odd number. Okay. Next question. So here find the probability of throwing a total score, throwing a die of total score 7 with 2 dice. So in this condition, here a die has 6 faces, right? So here S be the event of throwing a die. Let S be the event of throwing a die. So here how many dice we are throwing? 2 dice. So that is nothing but n of S is equal to 6 into 6 is equal to what? 6 square is equal to what? 36. So here in the question he is asking sum of total square is 7. Sum of total square is 7. So here I am writing the probabilities. Let E be the event of 2 dice sum of total score, sum of total score is 7. Is what? 7. So that is nothing but here n of e is equal to possibilities. Here we are getting 6 comma 1 is 7. Next to 2 comma 5 is 7 and 3 comma 4 is 7. Next to 4 comma 3 is 7 and 5 comma 2 is 7 and 1 comma 6 is 7. These are the possibilities to get sum of the squares on the die shows 7, right? So here condition is P of E is equal to n of E by n of S. So that is equal to here n of E is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chances are there. So that is nothing but n of E is 6 by n of S. N of S is how much? 36. If you cancel, you will get 1 by 6. This is the condition for that answer. Okay, go for the next. So here a page is opened at random from a book containing 200 pages. What is the probability that on the page is a perfect square? So here we need to take let S be the sample space. Let S be the sample space, right? And n of S is equal to, here we are selecting, right? Here a page is open, in the sense here we need to take one page, right? So I am taking n of S is equal to 200 C1. N of S is equal to what? 200 C1. Next I am writing let E be the event. Let E be the event. E be the event that the page number is a perfect square. Is a perfect square. So here I am writing n of E is equal to set of 1 square is possible, right? And 2 square is possible, 3 square is possible, 4 square possible, 5 square is 25, and 6 square is 36. So here 200, in the sense we need to go for up to 14 square. 14 square is what? 169. 15 square goes to 225. So below 200 only we need to take, right? So here I am taking 14 square. Here how many numbers are there, in the sense 14 numbers are there. How many numbers are there, in the sense 14 numbers are there, right? So here P of E is equal to N of E, right? So here this implies this is equal to N of E. So here N of E by N of S, that is equals to N of E is how much? 15. 14 by 200 C1. 200 C1 is nothing but 200 only. So you can cancel in 2 table. 2 sevens are 14 and 2 into 100, right, will get cancel out. So that is nothing but 7 by 100. This is the answer for this, right? So now here we are taking the 7th question. In this question, if 4 coins are tossed simultaneously, find the probability that 2 heads and 2 tails appear. So find the probability that 2 heads and 2 tails appear. So here we are taking how many coins? 4 coins. So here let S be the sample space. S be the sample space, right? And n of S is equal to how many coins we are tossing? 4 coins. That is nothing but 2 to the power 4. That is equals to 16, right? And let E be the event. Let E be the event of getting 2 heads and 2 tails. 2 heads and 2 tails. Of getting 2 heads and 2 tails, right? So here E is equal to set of TT HH, 2 heads 2 tails, right? TH TH, right? THHT, right? Next to HHTT, right? Next to HTTH. Here how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next can be written as HT, 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 HT. So I think these are the possibilities. Check how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So these are the possibilities. So here n of E is equal to 6. Probability of the condition getting P of E is equal to n of E by n of S. So this is equals to 6 by 16. So this is equals to cancellation in 2 table, 2 3s are 2 8s are. Answer is 3 by 8. Right. Next question. Find the probability that a non-leap year contains 53 Sundays, and second condition 52 Sundays. Right. So here in the question he is asking a non-leap year. Right. So here a non-leap year, consists how many days? 365 days. Right. So here 365 in the sense in a week contain 7 days. That is nothing but 365 divided by 7. So this can goes to 52 half mixed fraction 1 by 7. Exactly 52 days will happens. Right. So we can go for mixed fraction 52 times of 1 by 7. So here 1 by 7 is what? If you take that 1 by 7 is in Sunday, that goes to 53 Sundays. Okay, 1 by 7 is there in condition number 1, 53 Sundays. 53 Sundays in the sense, this 1 by 7 is there, no? So that is what P of E is equal to 1 by 7. If you take that 1 day is also in Sunday, that answer is 1 by 7. So condition number 2 is what? 52 Sundays. Condition number 2 is what? 52 Sundays. So 52 Sundays in the sense here we need to take P of E complement. P of E complement is nothing but 1 minus P of E. That is equal to 1 minus 1 by 7. That is 7 minus 1 by 7. That is equal to 6 by 7. Right. So exactly 52 Sundays answer is what? 6 by 7. Exactly 53 Sundays what? Answer is 1 by 7. Right. That P of A minus B is equals to P of A minus P of B. I mean P of right. So here if A and B are two events, then show that P of A minus B is equal to P of A minus P of A intersection B is the first condition. And second condition, the probability that exactly one of them occurs is given by P of A plus P of B minus 2 times of P of A intersection B. Right. So this one here we need to take coming to the answer. So here coming to the answer is we need to take one figure. Right. So here I am taking this is A, this is B, right? So here I am taking A from the figure. A is equals to only A minus B, A minus B union A intersection B. A minus B in the sense this part goes to A minus B and this part goes to A intersection B. So A can be written as A minus B union A intersection B. A minus B also call it as only A, right? And empty set. Empty set is nothing but what? A minus B intersection A intersection B. In the sense nothing is there in common, right? So here I am taking, let A is equal to A minus B union A intersection B. Here operating P on both sides, right? So P of A is equal to P of A minus B union A intersection B. So this can be written as P of A minus B plus P of A intersection B minus P of A minus B intersection A intersection B, right? So here by this condition, this is nothing but intersection value is 0, this goes to, so P of A minus B intersection A intersection B, if you operate P, the value will become 0. In the sense this will be vanishes, right? So here this is equal to P of A minus B plus P of A intersection B. So final conclusion is what? In the sense P of A minus B is equal to P of A minus P of A intersection B. Similarly, we can prove this also. Based on this, P of B minus A is equal to P of B minus P of A intersection B. This one we used as a property in addition theorem on probability. Okay, na? Right. So in this second condition is also there. What is second condition? Second condition, the probability that exactly one of them is occur, right? So P of A plus P of B minus 2P of A intersection B. So here I am taking second condition. So here I am taking second condition. Exactly one of them occurs. Exactly one of them occurs. This is the second condition. So in this second condition, what we can take in the sense, this is equals to exactly one of them occurs is equals to P of A minus B, P of A minus B union B minus A. Exactly one occurs. In the sense P of A minus B union P of B minus A. So P of A minus B formula is, so P of A minus B, here if you write P of A minus B plus P of B minus A minus P of A minus B intersection B minus A. In the sense in this condition nothing is there in common. In the sense this value will goes to 0. So just now we derived P of A minus B. P of A minus B can be written as P of A minus P of A intersection B plus P of B minus A can be written as P of B minus P of A intersection B. So this is equal to P of A, if you write in otherwise, P of A plus P of B minus 2 times of P of A intersection B. This is what exactly one of them occurs. Okay. Right, with P of A is equal to 0.5 and P of B is equal to 0.4 and P of A intersection B is equal to 0.3. Find the probability A does not occur, neither A nor B occurs. Right, so here condition number 1, A does not occur. A does not occur in the sense we need to take P of A complement. P of A complement is nothing but 1 minus P of A, that is equal to 1 minus 0.5, that is equal to 0.5 only. And the second condition is what, in the sense neither A nor B occur. Neither A nor B occur. So here I am writing that one, neither. So here neither A nor B in the sense P of A complement intersection B complement. This is nothing but 1 minus P of A union B. 1 minus P of A union B. This is equal to 1 minus of P of A union B formula, P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Right, here all the values here we have is equal to 1 minus P of A value is given by 0.5 plus P of B value is given by 0.4 minus P of A intersection B, that is given by 0.3. Right, this is equals to 1 minus 0.5 plus 0.4 goes to 0.9. 0.9 minus 0.3, that goes to 0.6. So 1 minus 0.6, that is equal to 1 minus 0.6 is what? 0.4. Okay. So here the next question is, in an experiment of drawing a card at random from a pack, the event of getting a spade is denoted by A and getting a pictured card is nothing but king, queen or jack is denoted by B. Find the probabilities of A comma B comma A intersection B and A union B. Right, so here in a pack of cards total we have 52. Right, total cards is equals to 52. So here he is taking it as one card. So here I am taking n of s is equal to 52 c1, that is equal to 52. Right, and let A be the event getting spade. So here total spade cards, so that one you are taking it as A, right, is equal to total spade cards is in 13. This is nothing but here we can take n of A is equal to 13 c1, that is nothing but 13, and B is a pictured card. Right, so pictured card, that is nothing but what? B. Total how many pictured cards we have? 12. Right, so implies n of b is equal to 12c1, that is equals to 12, right? And we need to take a intersection b. A intersection b in the sense spade card and pictured card. Spade card and pictured card. Thus, that is nothing but A intersection B. Here, spade card and pictured cards, how many in the sense? 3. So, here n of A intersection B is equal to 3c1, that is equals to 3. Right? Right. So, here we need to calculate all the values. P of A. P of A is equal to n of A by n of s. N of a is how many? 13. So that is equal to 13 by 52. And P of b is how much? Is equal to n of b by n of s. P of b is nothing, n of b is nothing but 12. So 12 by 52. And P of a intersection b, that is equal to n of a intersection b by n of s. So that is equal to 3 by 52. So in the question he is asking P of A union B. P of A union B formula is what? P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So this is equals to 13 by 52 plus 12 by 52 minus 3 by 52. For all those denominators are same, right? LCM is also same, 52. So 12 plus 13 is 25. 25 minus 3, right? That is equal to 22 by 52. This is the answer. Okay. Right. So here the next question is, in a class of 60 boys and 20 girls, half of the boys and half of the girls know cricket. Find the probability of the event that a person selected from the class is either a boy or a girl who knows cricket, right? So here the total number of persons in the class, or number of students in the class, is equal to how many? 60 plus 20, that is equal to 80. Okay. So here in this condition, n of s, here we need to take a boy or a girl. A boy or a girl, in the sense we need to take one, right? Let n of s is equal to 80 c1, that is equal to 80. N of s is equal to 80 c1, that is equal to 80, right? So let a be the event, let a be the event that the selected person is a boy. A be the event that the selected person is a boy, right? And B be the event that the selected person Here let A be the event that the selected person is a boy, and let B be the event that the selected person is a girl, knowing cricket. Knowing cricket. So now n of A is equals to C1, because total 60 boys are there now. 67, that is equal to 60, and n of B is equals to total 20 are there. In that, half of the boys and girls knows cricket now. So here n of B I am taking 10C1, because a girl knows cricket, that girl only I am taking, right? So n of B is equals to 10C1, right? And next, P of A is equal to, right, here P of A is equal to n of A by n of S, that is equal to 60 by 80, and P of B is equal to n of B by n of S, that is equal to 10 by 80, right? And A intersection B is empty. Here I am taking A intersection B is empty, right? There is no common in boy and a girl, right? So A intersection B is empty. Here now I am applying formula A union B. P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Here A intersection B is empty, in the sense P of A intersection B will goes to 0. P of A intersection B will goes to 0, right? This is equal to P of A value is how much? 60 by 80, plus P of B is how much? 10 by 80. So minus 0, right? 60 plus 10, 70 by 80, that is equal to 7 by 8. This is the answer. Thank you everyone. We'll continue the next two problems, right, in next session. Thank you everyone.